Hi, I'm Moe Saulala, and I wanted to create this for my family history records. I'm married to my husband, Lolo Saulala, in the New Zealand Hamilton Temple of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and now we have two kids, Malaya and Nile. Before I'm Moe Saulala, I was Sergio Briones Penales from the Philippines. Pakapak is from Ilocos, Abra, and Penales is from Marinduque. I have not been there, but I was born and grew up in Metro Manila, in Makati. Ancestral home in Comembo. We have recently let go of our Penales ancestral home, which was home for my dad and his siblings. And eventually our family too. Also for my aunties and uncles, or titas and titos, and my cousins. The hardest hit with letting go of this house is my grandmother, Simeone, or Lola Siony, who literally helped build the house in the 1950s with my grandfather Sergio, who passed away in 2010. This video is really for her, to let her know that even if we have physically let go of the house, it will always be in our hearts and memories. And these memories to be passed on to generations to come. Comembo. In 1957, a special group in the Philippines Army was created. It was called the Combat Engineering Group. They settled outside Fort Bonifacio, along with other newly created settlement. This settlement was named Combat Enlisted Men's Barrio, or in short, Comembo. These army barrios were initially designed to house military personnel. The enlisted men were allowed to live in these districts with their families. My grandparents were given a lot there. Lolo Sergio and Lola Siony built their home, which would be a home for many. They moved in the settlement in 20th of September, 1957. No civilians were living there at the time, just the immediate family of the soldiers. Lolo Sergio was a member of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. He was the secretary to the general manager in the Armed Forces of the Office of the Chief of Engineers. At the same time, secretary to the Barangay Comembo. Lola Siony was already an elementary school teacher in a nearby town, but pushed for a school in Comembo. Through her, Comembo Elementary School was organized, initially founded and assisted by 3 teachers: Lola Siony, Josefa Sara Antes, Guillermo Olaso, the head teacher. They would organize socials with singing, dancing, program, and celebrations, which also served as a donation event to help build the schools, from the fences to roofs, until such time that the government gave money. The new school had more students as transfers of soldiers and their family came. In the 1970s, they helped establish the high school, which is now called Benigno Ninoy Aquino High School. The rooms there were funded by the armed forces. I asked when the house was finally finished. She said it was a growing house. As each of their children got married, the house was extended. Those who needed had a place to call home.